Critics Rebels, this is Chelsea. We are here at Comicapalooza with the amazing Val Mayerik, co-creator of Howard the Duck. How are you today?
Doing well.
How are you liking Houston so far?
I haven't seen a lot of Houston, but the show's been fun. The show's been very enjoyable.
Have you had any crazy fan experiences while you've been here so far?
No. The fan experiences in the past couple of decades have been relatively benign. I go back to the early days of comic book conventions in the 60s and 70s when things really were crazy, really nutty. Nothing I can go into here. So.
Good stories we don't get to hear. So can you tell us how you got started in art?
In art or in comics?
Both.
Well, I've been drawing since I was a little kid. I watched the Mickey Mouse Club on TV, and my mom bought me paper and crayons, and I started drawing. And drew all through junior high and high school. Was an art major in college, at a very substandard school, and fortunately was able to find a professional comic book artist who lived not too far from where I was living, who I was able to work with, and he mentored me, got me into Marvel Comics, and that was it. From then on, I just kept working.
Can you tell us a little bit about your preferred medium to work in?
Well, when I'm doing comics, I tend to draw. It's just pen and ink. I have done comics with, where I've done a more fully rendered painted technique. When I do single illustrations like these posters here, that's all usually acrylic or oil. I would say oil is my favorite technique for gallery work. For poster work and stuff, I like doing it. And prints, I like working in acrylic.
Any specific brands that you recommend beginners try?
Brands? I would simply recommend that, if you go into art supply stores now, they'll have categories of, category 1 is for beginners, category 2 is for semi-professionals. And I would buy the good stuff now, even though it's expensive, because cheap paint is a pain in the ass. Cheap paint ends up causing more problems than it solves. So brand doesn't matter so much as if it's top of the line brand. That's my advice.
And somebody that wants to get into comic books, what advice would you have for them?
I have no advice now because the landscape has changed so much since I got into the business. With social media, with the way the comic book industry is structured now, I really wouldn't have a clue. If I was trying to get into the business today, I don't know what I would do. So I have to honestly say that, get online, get to know other professionals, talk to them, and see what avenues they're taking and what avenues they recommend you explore. I'm sorry that I have nothing more to say about it, but literally you have to understand I got into comic books back in the early 70s, and things have changed a great deal since then.
I know that you've probably been asked a lot about the cutscene at Guardians of the Galaxy and whether or not we're going to get a Howard the Duck movie or if we're going to see more of him. Do you know if we are?
No, I don't, and I'd be probably one of the last guys to know. I'm not involved in any way with any of the creative aspects of that character any longer. I do some of the stuff that I do, here. I'll do sketches for people that want to see the character, and Marvel very kindly sends me royalties for when the Duck, character is utilized in media. But I'm the last guy they're going to ask or let know, and I'm sure that they have something in the works. When the rumors fly like that, there's usually something going on, but I'm sure it's confidential at this point.
Do you have any projects that you're currently working on or that will be working on in the future that you would like fans to know about?
Well, I just finished one. I did a graphic novel, a 70-page graphic novel about a historical novel about the Little Bighorn, about Custer's Last Stand. And it's a really nice piece. It's full color. It's completed. The art is completed, but the lettering is yet to be completed. And then we send it off to the printer, and it should be ready sometime in August or September, maybe a little later. And I'm going to sell it primarily through my Facebook and website, and then at shows. And we're also looking for a distributor now, but it's self-published. So we did it through a Kickstarter campaign, and so we had all the money up front. So it's a good product. It'll be out soon.
And if fans wanted to get in touch with you, how would you recommend that they do that?
Facebook. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you. It's been Chelsea Willis here at Comicapalooza 2016. You guys go check out Howard the Duck and keep it epically real.